Yes. Okay. So what were the topics and the stories that we discussed? What everyone forgot. Just 1 week break. Try remembering. It's easy. What were some of the stories we discussed?
Sarvadhan story, Mataji.
Yeah, okay. And
Kripa and Kripi's untold story.
very good. Kripa, Kripi story. Dronacharya and
how the Dronacharya was born
yeah,
and
and then
who was his father. Then
correct. And Drupada.
Drupada.
Dronacharya.
Very good, yes. And then we saw how Dronacharya becomes the guru of the
Hastinapur kingdom.
yes.
Chief of Hastinapur kingdom.
Okay, 1 second. Someone has raised their hand. Who is it? Vanishri?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. You're new to the class, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, so we are doing Mahabharata classes, okay? So the sessions, recordings will be posted soon, like by this month end, okay, in YouTube. So you can catch up. Till then, you can listen, okay? And go along with the story, okay?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And then what else did we see? We saw something else also. We saw a great disciple story. Who was that great disciple? Of Dronacharya. Ah, very good. Ekalavya. We saw about Ekalavya, right? Sorry. And then who else did we see? After Ekalavya, we saw about how Arjuna becomes the favorite disciple of?
First and best disciple of Drona.
Yeah, very good. And what else?
The strongest archer in the world.
Yeah, the strongest archer, and he took a verb that he should be the strongest, right? And if anyone succeeds him, Dronacharya will be like, no one will succeed you, right? That's why, what does he ask Ekalavya to do?
He asks Ekalavya to cut off his thumb finger.
Ah, very good. Because
the thumb finger is the vital part in shooting the arrows.
very good, right? So this had become a way by which like this enables Arjuna to remain as the greatest archer, yet not killing Ekalavya, right? So without killing Ekalavya, they kind of destroyed the skill of archery that he possessed, right? And we also saw how Dronacharya got insulted by Drupada and he swore that he will take revenge. And how was the Dronacharya planning to take revenge on Drupada?
As per Dakshina, he told Arjun to capture Drupada and bring Drupada.
Very good. Okay, so that is what we're going to discuss today. Okay, that's the story we're going to discuss. So he wanted a Guru Dakshina. Okay, so before he started training the Pandavas and Kauravas, what did he say? He's like, I want as a Guru Dakshina. Okay, a act from all of you, right? But it's not going to be finance or any other kind of related thing, but it is going to be something that I have a personal grudge on someone. So saying this, he starts the training, right? So along with all the Pandavas and Kauravas, who are the two other people who join? Well, like very significant people who join the training camp of Dronacharya. Who are the other two? Ashwathama, right?
Can it be Drupada's son?
Drupada's son, yes, it can be Drupada's son also, actually. It is a good point. But who else? Drupada's son comes later because Drupada's son is younger by age. Pandavas and Kauravas had who else? Ashwathama and you're missing the Kavach. Who is it? Karna, correct. Okay, so Karna was training. Like along with them, a lot of other prince from different dynasty had had joined this camp. But the significant people were the Pandavas, Kauravas, Ashwathama, who was the son of Dronacharya, and Karna, right? And Karna was treated unfairly. Why? He was not given what? The knowledge of Brahmastra, right? Right? Arjuna was given. Both Karna and Arjuna were in equal skill set, right? But still, who received the Brahmastra? Only Arjuna did. Okay. Yeah. And then what happens? To showcase all the young princes' abilities, what was conducted?
A
What was conducted? A huge tournament was conducted, right?
yeah.
In a Colosseum kind of a place, okay, a big stadium, right? So over
Yes.
there, all of them were bought, right, to showcase their skills, right? And what happened? What was the major incident that happened? Two incidents happened. What were they? Two major,
Bhima,
yeah,
Bhima and Duryodhana for
fought.
and
Okay,
both
they
were
had.
like to kill each other.
Okay, good. So they had a mace fight. Okay, that is okay. But something very significant happened in that thing, which kind of like led to a very important plot twist. What was it? First is Kunti Devi realizing that
Ah,
Karna is her son, right?
son.
Because
Then
she saw the Kavach Kundala and the earrings and everything, right? So she realizes that Karna is her son. What is the second thing that happens? Same with Karna matter only it happens. What is it?
He
It is
becomes the king.
very good. So
Angara.
Duryodhana, what does Duryodhana do?
He crowns Karna as the king of Anga due to
Very
his archer skills.
archer skills, and he also feels that Karna is extremely jealous of Arjuna, right? So according to Duryodhana, Duryodhana is equal to Bhima, right? And Nakula Sahadeva he never counted as one, and he always thought Yudhishthir is a very like a very intelligent person. Okay, but when it comes to skills, only Arjuna and Bhima really threatened Duryodhana, right? So now Karna being with them, he was assured, okay, that okay, Arjuna like is taken care of. So Karna will take care, okay, of Arjuna, and I will take care of Bhima. So hence, for his selfish motives, okay, he appointed Karna as which kingdom's king?
Anga.
Anga. Okay, very good. Okay, so before we get into today's story, okay, we'll have a quick, small quiz of what we did last time, right? Who was the wife of Dronacharya?
Kripi.
Kripi. Good. Their son was named as?
Ashwatthama.
Very good. And what was the name of Karna's father?
Father.
Father and mother.
Mother was Radha.
Very good. Father was?
Was
Comes with chariot, something related to chariot.
Adhirata.
Very good. Adhiratha. Okay, Adhiratha. Adhiratha was actually the charioteer of whom?
Bhishma
Bhishma
Pitamaha.
Pitamaha.
Very good. Very good. Okay, very good. Then what else did we miss? I think we covered everything, right? So we will get into today's story. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So today we'll be starting with the story of now all of them came, okay, to the stadium, right? And we saw each other battling and how Karna had equal archery skill, but he was not allowed to fight because he was a Shudra, right? And then Duryodhan gave him the status of a Kshatriya, like a king, right? Of becoming like a king for a dynasty. Then what happens is Dronacharya's teachings are hereby completed, right? So his this span of this military education and gurukulam is done for the Kauravas and Pandavas. Okay, now the time has come for Dronacharya to ask for Guru Dakshana. Okay, I think all of you would have seen in Krishna Leela. Okay, Sandeepani Muni asks for Guru Dakshana. What does he ask for?
To bring back his son.
To bring back his son who is dead, right? So, Guru Dakshina means anything can be asked. Okay, material wealth can be asked, things like this can be asked, anything, whatever the Guru wishes, but the disciples have to do it. Okay, there is no other like option because that is the only Dakshina they will offer for all these years of military education they have received. Okay, so Dronacharya, as we all know, he only had one like thing in his mind, that is to
take revenge on Drupada.
very good. Now I have a question. Okay. Now Dronacharya is the guru of Pandavas and Kauravas, right? Now he wants to send them to avenge his the revenge upon Drupada. So he asks them to capture Drupada and take and bring him to this ashrama. But why doesn't Dronacharya himself do it? He is very powerful, right? We saw him how powerful he is in Kurukshetra war, right? Dronacharya is so powerful, then why did he ask the Pandavas and Kauravas to bring Drupada to him? If he wants, he can fight the army of Drupada and he can go there, right? So why is this? Any guesses? You can just guess. It can be right also, right? So why do you think?
Prati, maybe he wanted to test the Pandavas and
Very
Kauravas.
good. Okay, this is one thing. Okay, because now when he and Drupada had a argument or the kind of insult Drupada did to him, Dronacharya didn't have any position, right? He was a helpless Brahmin, right? He didn't have money, he didn't have house, he didn't have even things to feed his son. But now what happens? He's the guru of who? The Kauravas and Pandavas, right? So he wants to show his skill set of how great of a person he's become. So this is one of the reason. Very good. Okay. Next, any other reason? First is he wants to show how wealthy he is already. Okay. So by both material wealth and this kind of a guru wealth, you can say. Okay, the achievement of a guru. What was the other reason? There was one more reason for this. The reason was that Dronacharya didn't want to step into Drupada's kingdom because he was insulted in this place, right? So until or unless he either he has to be forgiven, or Drupada has to surrender completely, or he has to take half of the kingdom, which was promised by Drupada, right, to him. Only that time he vowed that he will enter, it was his personal thing, okay, that he will enter into this land of Drupada's kingdom. Okay, so because of this verb, what happened is Dronacharya appoints the Kuru sons, okay, and the Pandavas to go and fight. Now what happens? Okay, it is always expected. Okay, now all of them go. Okay, who are the first ones to back out? Kauravas. Okay, Kauravas. What happened is they keep fighting, fighting, fighting. Most of the Kauravas, they kind of get defeated, except for Dronacharya. Sorry, not Dronacharya. Duryodhana and Karna. Okay, even Dusyasana fights well in this case. Okay, so these three keep fighting, fighting, fighting. But what happens? Even they give up at one point, and they will go and they will, kind of hide in the dense forest. This is when Arjuna and the Pandavas show their real skill set. Okay, now what happens? Arjuna goes behind Drupada directly. Okay, he goes behind Drupada, who was actually sleeping in his quarters. Okay, he goes behind Drupada. Drupada takes his weapons. He comes armed. Okay, and then they both have a small battle. Okay, they have an archery, kind of a thing going on. But at last, Arjuna captures Drupada. Okay, and he brings him to whom?
Dronacharya.
Very good. Okay, now what is the conversation going on between Dronacharya, and you can see over here, right? Drupada is being dragged by the Pandavas, okay, to Dronacharya. Dronacharya, first of all, before he could say anything to Drupada, okay, he was very happy with Arjuna, okay, because he brought his eternal enemy, right, to Dronacharya. So he blesses Arjuna, and then he goes on to speak to Dronacharya. See Drupada, okay, what has happened? You have come to what kind of position? You see, you once insulted me, and see now you are getting dragged over here. Okay, they say that he was dragged on the floor, not even like this. Okay, he like Arjuna was dragging him, by the floor on the ground and coming. So he says, look at you, what position you have come to, right? Because of what you have done, you have insulted a Brahmana, so you deserve this. So saying this, Dronacharya says, see, I still want to be a friend of you. Okay, I do not want to be an enemy of you. So I am going to offer what you have offered me before. What is it? If you give me half of the kingdom, okay, and you can rule which part of the Drupada Rajya? Does anyone know? Anyone? Any idea? He was given the southern portion, okay, of the Drupada Rajya, okay. So Drupada, for that time being, okay, he's like, you know what, I'm very happy with this agreement you have come to. Because of why? Because I promised you, likewise you have written, because of me being a king, okay, I have done some wrongdoings, but please forgive me, we can be friends. But this was just a pretentious act Drupada put up, right? Later on, what does Drupada do? Once Dronacharya leaves Drupada, you know what happens? Drupada goes and he wanted a son who can defeat Dronacharya, right? So, what kind of son did he want? And what is the son's name, if anyone remembers?
Drishtadum.
Dishtadumya, very good. And then he meditated for this son. Okay, he wanted a son who could kill Dronacharya. Does this mean that his son had the skill set of Dronacharya? No. Ashwathama was way stronger than Drupada's son. Okay, but still he was given the boon. So to accept the boon, Dronacharya will accept defeat in the hand of Drupada Maharaja's son. Okay, So here ends the story of Drona and Drupada. Any doubts?
No, Mataji.
Okay, now what happens is now Drupada goes to the southern part of the Panchalas. Okay, so the kingdom of Drupada was called as?
Panchalas.
Very good, Panchalas. And then what happens? Drona stays in this capital, okay, of this Panchala kingdom. From there, he rules and everything. Okay, now what happens? After 1 year passes, okay, the time eclipses, and Dhritarashtra announces Yudhishthir to be the successor. There's a difference. He's not announced the king, okay, he's announced the successor. What does that mean? Which means?
The next king.
A prospective
A
to be the next king,
prospective king.
or the first priority, the first choice
Yeah.
for a king position. Everyone was so happy hearing this. The people were happy, Pandavas were happy, obviously Kauravas were not happy, but everyone in the kingdom were very happy about this decision. Okay, so one day what happens, their glory spread so much. Okay, Yudhishthir takes the charge right now. So he starts looking after the people. He goes. We also saw in Ram Leela, right? When we discussed Ram Katha. Okay, we saw how Rama used to go door to door and ask everyone's well-being, how they are doing. Similarly, over here Yudhishthir did the very same thing. Okay, so when Yudhishthir was busy with this, Arjuna was busy with mastering his archery, and Bhima. It is a very significant point for Bhima because Bhima was been accepted as a disciple of whom? Bhima gets a very important guru. Does anyone know?
Parshuram.
Parashuram?
Balaram.
Very good, Balaram. Because Balaram teaches what?
Duck fighting.
Very good. Okay, the mace fighting, right? So they will learn how to mace fight. Eventually, Balaram also takes Duryodhan. Okay, he sees Duryodhan's still set of skill, and later even he becomes like the disciple. So Balaram only had two disciples in his entire life, which was Bhima
Bhima
and Duryodhana, right? So they are, see, coincidentally they were also enemies, right? So sometimes that's how fate brings you to the same guru. So the guru faces a difficulty during the Kurukshetra war. We will see, okay, what difficulties he will face, okay. So in the meanwhile, what happens is Arjuna and Bhima later, okay, after their training period was now he got trained and everything, and Arjuna is also trained, okay. They were both assigned the duty of well-being and conquering of different regions of the which of the Hastinapur, okay. Now, example, back in those days, they used to go to different cities and occupy, do war, right, and then take claim of the city, right. So similarly, Arjuna and Bhima, they used to go to various cities. Some cities came by themselves, peacefully. And some of them, they had to do war. So Bhima and Arjuna mostly used to do war. But Arjuna's side, he also used to collect the wealth. Okay. Both in a very good way, right? To ask people for the wealth to develop the cities and all of this. That's why he is given a very special name. Does anyone know what the name is? Because he was collecting so much wealth, this wealth also was used for Rajasuya Yajna. Later on by Yudhishthir, we will see in the story. He was given a name related to wealth. We listen to this name often in Bhagavad Gita. Yes, Swanshi?
What is the question, Mama? Mataji, could you repeat the question again?
Okay, the question is that because he was collecting so much wealth, okay, and one point he also collected wealth for Rajasuya Yajna of Yudhishthira, he was given a name which was related to wealth, and it is also mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Oh my God. Dhananjaya. All of you have heard Dhananjaya? Dhananjaya means Dhana, means wealth. Jaya is conqueror, right? So the one who conquers wealth. So from this point, Arjuna leads and always takes a step to conquer wealth. Okay, now how? First is now he has collected money, right, from all the kingdoms for the well-being of Hastinapur. Second thing, he helps with Rajasuya Yajna. Okay, and third, most important thing, he meets someone who is all wealthy. Who is that person?
Krishna.
Very good, Haribol. Okay, so this is Arjuna's. This is us indicating that Krishna is going to come soon into the story. Okay. And then we're going to see the lovely friendship of Krishna and the Kauravas and the Pandavas and all of this, right? So this marks a very important milestone. That's why I'm emphasizing on this point a lot. Okay. So after this, what happens is now he will be named as Dhananjaya, and all of his glories of Arjuna and Bhima also spread. Now what happens? See, if someone sees all this, okay, first thing, okay, an enemy will feel is what? Jealousy, right?
Yes.
Now, what happened is, like out of nowhere, Dhritarashtra started feeling jealous of the Pandavas because the Pandavas only kept doing good things, right? Yudhishthir is making the kingdom like very rule worthy and everything. Okay, and then we see Bhima and Arjuna going to different places. Okay, and they are doing different good deeds and they're conquering empires and they are collecting wealth. Okay, so financially, okay, and powerful, they're all in one right now. Okay, and like Dhritarashtra is like, oh my god, they have not become the king yet. Yudhishthira is not the king yet, but as a successor, he is doing so much. So I need to do something. Okay, so he had a chief minister. Okay, the chief minister was called Kanika. Okay, remember this name. This guy is very bad. Okay, Kanika. He was the chief minister. Okay, of the Kuru clan, especially to Dhritarashtra. Okay, so you can see this picture, right? Dhritarashtra is sitting, and this Kanika, okay, he comes. Okay, he comes and Dhritarashtra asks him, this query. See, I'm feeling a bit of uneasiness, okay, of what is happening with the Pandavas because they're doing so well. And it is like before I didn't have this thought, but now I'm feeling concerned, okay, that my brother's sons might exile and they will be well known, but the activities that are done by my sons are not that popular. So just suggest something, okay, what I have to do. Now this Kanika, he gives a very I would say a very wrong advice. Okay, he says that if someone is making you unhappy, right, or if they're making you sad, or if they're making you envy or jealous, they are your enemies. Okay, because your own people will never make you feel like this, right? Like the people you like. So over here, you like your sons, which means the Pandavas automatically become your enemy. Okay, see what a wrong advice to give someone, right? Dhritarashtra at least had a little bit of compassion. Now that compassion is also gone. Okay, and he starts giving different qualities of a king. Okay, this Kanika will start saying, okay, a king should be very good at mace fighting. Yudhishthir is not good at mace fighting. Okay, so Duryodhana is qualified. Okay, so like this he gives each and every point. He's like, a king should be someone who will identify someone's weakness and not be very compassionate because he needs to be strong ruler. If you see Yudhishthir, he was compassionate by nature, right? He was a righteous person. So, like this, all the points he is saying, okay, it is in favor of Duryodhana and also against Yudhishthir. Okay. So, like this, what happens is slowly he comes to a point saying, okay, oh my king, you were supposed to be the actual king, right? But it was given to your brother Pandu, right? Because of your disability. So, if you see technically, the kingdom should belong to whom?
Duryodhan.
Duryodhan, correct? No, technically, right?
Yeah.
Because Duryodhan doesn't have any disabilities. So whatever point they're making is not wrong. Okay. But over here the point is who is better? Yudhishthir is better as a king or Duryodhana as a better king? Who is righteous? Yudhishthir, correct, right? So you should see both. You should see terms of succession and terms of righteousness. Okay. If there is Lord Rama and Ravanasura, who will anyone choose? Rama only, right? Because he's a righteous king who wants people's welfare. Okay, but Duryodhan, he is not that righteous in nature. He just wants political power. Okay, so Vidura always suggested Yudhishthir. Okay, whereas Dhritarashtra and this minister, okay, what is this minister's name?
Kanika.
Kanika, very good. They wanted Duryodhan, but Kanika didn't directly say. Okay, he always gave pointers. Okay, saying this. Now the conversation further continues. Dhritarashtra says, okay, but what can I do? What can I do that can eliminate my brother's sons? Okay, and lead way to my like sons to take up the throne. That time, what happens? This this minister, okay, comes up with a very funny story. Okay, he tells a story about five animals. Okay, remember very well. Okay, one is a jackal. Does anyone know what a jackal is?
Yes.
Yes, right? So it is kind of a fox breed. Okay, but it is like a fox and a wolf breed. Okay, it is very small. Yeah, it's very small. Correct. Yeah. So then, with this jackal, they lived four friends with him. Okay, and who were the friends? One is a tiger. Okay, a mouse, a wolf, and a mongoose. Does anyone know what mongoose is? Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It eats the snakes.
Snakes. Very good.
And it's like bigger than a mouse.
Ah, correct. Okay. So now what happens is these were the four friends, okay, of this jackal. So one day what happens is they have a very, very strong and heavy deer in this forest. Okay. For many days, this tiger is trying to hunt this deer so that, it can help all of its friends sit and feast, right? They're all of good friends, right? But he's not able to catch the deer because the deer is super fast, okay, and running. So one day this jackal comes up with an idea. This jackal says that, we will send the mouse first. Okay. And when the deer is sleeping, the mouse can bite the deer's feet. Okay. Making it injured. What happens if the mouse bites the deer's legs? It can't run fast, right? So the tiger will easily be able to catch the deer. So like this, they implement the plan. The plan is successful. Okay, the mouse goes by, bites the deer's legs, and then the deer is not able to run fast. So the tiger kills the deer. Okay, now everything is ready. Okay, the deer is killed. Okay, it's ready to be eaten. It's like a feast. Okay, so everyone assemble. Okay, and they want to start eating. This jackal says, "Why don't we go ourselves and wash up? Right? We are filthy. Okay, so let us go wash." So the jackal says, I'll stay here as a guard. You all go one by one and you take bath and you come. Okay, so first the tiger goes and it comes. As soon as the tiger comes, because everyone go to the bath, right? The tiger and jackal are there, and the jackal says the jackal has a very sad expression on its face. Okay, and then tiger asks, why are you so sad? You should be very happy, we have such a big feast. And the jackal says, no, actually the mouse had come, like a few minutes back, and it told me that only because of him you were able to kill the deer. If the mouse didn't help, then you wouldn't have killed the deer, right? So like this itself. And the tiger says, oh, is it? I should have eaten that mouse. That was my mistake that I didn't do that. Okay. Instead, like, I thought the mouse was my friend. And the tiger goes. Now the mouse comes. Okay. The mouse comes and jackal tells the same thing. Jackal tells that, the tiger is jealous of you. Okay. So the tiger wants to kill you. Okay. Because, it feels inferior that, it was able to capture the deer. The mouse got so like afraid, right? It can't do anything, right? Like a tiger. So it digged hole and it went into a tree. Okay, next came what? The tiger, mouse, and it was the turn of the wolf. Okay.
Yes.
And then when the wolf came, the jackal told the same story. It blamed on the tiger. It said the tiger is too greedy. Okay, it is just killing this deer is not enough. It also wants to kill you because and the tiger took help of the mouse, right? But you don't take help of anyone. Wolf always goes alpha. It only goes by itself for hunting. Okay, so like the tiger has gone to bring his wife and children so that they can eat you also. The wolf also starts chasing the tiger, okay, in search by sniffing. At last comes the mongoose. Okay, and the jackal will tell, see, I have already defeated the tiger, the mouse, and the wolf. Okay, now only you are left. Do you want to fight with me? The mongoose says, okay, you've already killed so many things, and you said you killed the tiger. So what am I to you? You eat the meat, I will go away. Okay. So now, why is this chief minister, Kanika explaining this story? Does anyone have any idea? What is the relation?
Three. It is to implement that the five animals are maybe the five Pandavas in explaining.
Yeah, okay, that can be the four friends, but okay, we can take five. Okay, it's fine. Nakula Sahadeva considered one. Okay, so four. Okay, we will do that. Yes, that is one thing. And also, the story explains that being greedy, according to him, being greedy will get him to eat the full feast, right? So over here, he's telling Dhritarashtra to be greedy, okay, and to kill everyone so that he can enjoy the thing which it is not his. See, you have to get one point. The jackal didn't kill. Okay, the jackal is just there enjoying the meat, right? Same over here. Hastinapur doesn't entirely belong to Duryodhan or the Kurus. It belongs equally to both of them, right? So without doing anything, over here this Kanika is saying that you can still enjoy the kingdom. Okay, give it to your son. Be greedy. If it even has to take killing the Pandavas, do it. So this is the message Kanika is giving to Dhritarashtra over here. You can see, right? Yeah. So this story is explained, and parallelly over here, what is going on? Okay. Over here, I just explained who is here. Okay. Shakuni is here. Karna is here. Okay. Dusyasana is here, and Duryodhana is here. Okay. So all of them have assembled here, and they're plotting a plan. Okay. To send Pandavas to a silent Vanavas. What does silent Vanavas mean? Does anyone know what that is? What?
Pandavas that we are sending you into exile, they send them into exile.
Not exactly. So what happens is silent exile. Okay, or this means that they are going to plan a trip, a small trip. Okay, saying okay that what Dhritarashtra does, we will see. Okay, further. But the meaning is that like making sure that you plan an unexpected trip. Okay, with the meaning to send them to that place, you just plan a trip and make it seem like a trip, but actually it is an exile. Okay, to that kingdom. So like this, what happens is they all are planning, and Duryodhan goes to Dhritarashtra. Okay, he goes to Dhritarashtra and he says that, father, whatever your decision is, I always respect. Okay, but you tell me one thing. Now, if Yudhishthir becomes the king of Hastinapur, okay, then all of us, Kurus, your sons, should become their servants, right? We have to listen to them. We have to beg them for a kingdom, okay, and we have to do all of this. You have already faced such injustice, when you become the king. Right now, why are you doing the same thing to us? Please, we are so unfortunate to be born as your sons, okay, and this will affect us a lot. And then, Dhritarashtra says, "See, I do not have any other way." Okay, but then Duryodhana says, "No, I have an idea." Okay, we will send the Pandavas to a place. Does anyone know this place? Any idea?
The wax palace.
Which one?
Palace which is made of camphor and wax.
Correct. But what is the place called? The city, I mean, the place they lived in. Varanavata. Okay. Varanavata. Varana. Okay, Varanavata. Okay, this place is called Varanavata. So what they say is, Duryodhana says that we will send them to this place of, this place, and we will do a fake, announcement in our kingdom, saying that in this in this Varnavrata place, there's a big Lord Shiva sacrifice that is happening. Okay, a puja for Lord Shiva. So like this, we will start just spreading the word around, and Pandavas really like these kind of activities. They will definitely go. Okay, Dhritarashtra has another argument. He's like, no, this Bhishma Pitamaha, remember the names. Okay, Bhishma Pitamaha, Vidura, and Kripacharya will not accept this decision. Okay, and you know what Dronacharya replies? He says, see, Bhishma Pitamaha, grandfather, he will be neutral. Okay, because we all are his grandsons, right? So he will be neutral with this decision. If it comes to Kripacharya, then Dronacharya's son Ashwatthama favors us, right? The Kurus. So automatically the father will support the son. Okay, and Kripa will support Dronacharya because his sister is married to Dronacharya, right? So families stick together. And then Dhritarashtra asks, what about Vidura? And Duryodhana says, obviously Vidura loves Pandavas so much. Okay, but okay, Vidura will be with us because he needs us, right? He needs like the family. Okay, he needs the dhana. He needs the authority. Without us, he will not survive in Hastinapur. Okay, so Duryodhana says this, and he hugs his father, and he's like, please accept this. And Dhritarashtra will ask one final question. Remember all these three questions. Okay, what was the first question Dhritarashtra asks? What was the first question? How can we send Pandavas to exile? Okay, that's when he will suggest a place, right? Second, then he will say there are three people who are hurdle. Okay, that is who are the three people? Bhishma Pitamaha, Vidura, and
Kripacharya.
yeah. And then now the final question is that how will you convince people? The people will revolt, right? How will you convince them? See, this is where he says, okay, Duryodhana sees people in such very bad way. He'll say, we will give them gifts. We will give them money. We will give them good high positions so that they will not even feel the absence of the Pandavas. Okay, so like this, what happens? Now even Dhritarashtra is convinced with his son's plan, and again Duryodhana meets with Shakuni, Karna, and his brother Dusasana, and they all plan. Okay, and what is the plan? Like how Vanshi and Niranjan told. Okay, that they will appoint someone. Does anyone know who it is? Duryodhana summons upon someone for this activity. Actually, he will not do it alone. There was one very important person. Anyone know who that person is?
Karna.
No. No. Purochana. Okay, Purochana was one of the Purochana. 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 Okay, Purochana was also one of the ministers. Okay, now what happened is before we go to that subject, okay. Now the whole reason of Kurukshetra is happened. We see in the slide, right? Dhritarashtra. See, this one decision Dhritarashtra took. Okay, that to listen to Duryodhana's words, okay, and his love towards Duryodhana made him blind. He was already blind, but now he became even more blind with love. So this is what led to the Mahabharata war. It was not Duryodhana also. It is also Dhritarashtra's reason. So all of us should remember the importance of parenting, right? If the parent overshowers with love, or if they are over strict, or anything that is over, okay, will always lead to destruction only. Okay, everything should be maintained in a certain level, right? You like someone, it's good. You're strict, it's okay. You're affectionate, it's all okay. Everything should be in a level where you see that if your child is going the right way or the wrong way. Okay, so this lesson teaches us that love, okay, especially parental love, cannot be blind. Okay, because they play a very important role in shaping the kids. Okay, so now after this, what happens? Sorry, someone is drawing on the screen. Okay. Now what happens is, as we all know, okay, as Niranjan said, that this Purochana person was approached. Okay, Duryodhana approaches Purochan and he says to Purochan that I have a plan of sending all the Pandavas, okay, to this kingdom of what? What is the kingdom's name? Varnavrata, correct. Okay. And I want you to do something. Okay. And if you do this task, okay, I will give you a vast piece of land. Okay. And I will give you a lot of wealth. If Duryodhana could give that vast land to the Pandavas, they will live happily. But he doesn't want to because he is jealous of them, right? So he says to this Purochana that you go to this place, okay, and you build, okay, like an infallible house, right? Which means like a house that can easily be lit, okay. So how should this, what materials can be used? He says that use dry grass, oil, wax,
Candle.
and wood. Yeah, candle is basically the wax, right? So
Fair.
using all this, you build a palace. Okay, it should be so beautiful that it should not look like it is meant to be destructed or lit fire. Okay, so now what happens? This Purushana is so happy. He's like, I will do it. And Duryodhana also says, treat them with respect, give them good food, be hospitable. Okay, help them with everything. Be like a person who they can trust, right? So that way they will accept your gift of the house. So like this, what happens? And he Duryodhana gives instructions saying, like this, be very affectionate to them. And at last, uh, you light the fire from outside, okay? And see, there was another detail also. He'll say only build one door. So this whole palace only had one door because only in that case there will be no escape, right? If there are windows and doors, then they can easily escape, right? So he says only build one door. So then you can accidentally light the fire, and people will think it is an accident. Now what happens? This Purochana, he immediately agrees and he will go and he will start working. Now after hearing, meanwhile, okay, in the kingdom, when this Pandavas hear the announcement that this Lord Shiva's great puja is going to happen, okay, they all get very excited. They were like, we all want to go and see this puja, so we will go for some short time. Okay, we will go with our mother Kunti Devi and we will come back. But Yudhishthir was doubting. He's like, suddenly out of nowhere, such an odd month of the year, why are they conducting a Shiva puja, like such a big yajna for Shiva? This feels somewhat suspicious, but it's okay because they all know, right, what Duryodhana had done to Bhima, right, at that point, right? What happens to Bhima, right? We saw, right, that he was
thrown into the river.
correct, yes. So Yudhishthir always was on guard, okay, when Duryodhana had some plan that was coming up. So now what happened, though like Yudhishthira was very hesitant, he still agrees to go. Okay, when he's going, I think all of you will remember this one incident. Okay, when the Pandavas were leaving the city, some of the people in the city and Vidura started following him. Who had similar incidents happening to them? When they were leaving the kingdom, even the people started coming with them.
Rama.
Yes,
But
and
the people followed them.
yes, very good. One more person.
Krishna.
Very good, Krishna. When Krishna was leaving Vrindavan, right? So
Yes.
very similar thing happens here to the Pandavas also. When they're living, Vidura follows, some people follow, and Yudhishthira says, please don't follow us. We are just going for like a puja, right? A yajna, and we will finish the yajna, the yagas, and we will come back. And Vidura will give a small hint. It is not a direct message, okay? It is a hint. And what is the hint? He'll be like, be on guard. Okay. Always be inside the ground, like in a hole. Okay, but never stay on the land for too long. The land can be the land can endanger you like a forest fire. So he gives this kind of riddle and he leaves. Okay. Now Kunti Maharani, she's sitting in the chariot and she's thinking, what did Vidura speak? I didn't understand even like one sentence. Okay. Bhima and everyone ignore, okay, because they feel it is too high for them to think. Now Yudhishthir, because he was so intelligent, he understood and he starts, he calls everyone and he explains, see, the message that was given by Vidura is that the house we are going to live in, okay, the land is actually dangerous because it's built with fire materials. And he's saying us to build a hole, okay, like an underground passage so that we can escape. And this is all the plan of Duryodhan. So Yudhishthir gets the message, the riddle of Vidura. Okay, he's very smart, right? If it was you and me, we'll not even understand what this is. Okay, we'll be like, this old man is saying something. Okay, so, but what happens? Yudhishthira is very smart, and then he goes, and from the day they go there, they become very alert, right? Because who like they see this Purochana, right? So they can figure out that this Purochana is putting up an act, right? But Yudhishthira and everyone will behave in such a way that they will feel happy. They'll be like very careless. They will enjoy their time over there. Okay, they will go around. They'll practice everything. But like parallelly, okay, Yudhishthir like asks Bhima to select a spot in the middle of the palace, okay, where they can make a hole underground passage. Okay, soon, okay, Vidura sends a skillful miner. Okay, you know who a miner is, right? A person who does mining work, right? So
Yes.
yeah, so this miner is called, and then he says that I've got this message that this Purochana person will light fire on a new moon or a full moon. Do you know? You know what a full moon day is called?
Purnima.
Purnima. Very good. Okay, Purnima. On a Purnima day, they will light a fire. Okay, so you have to be prepared. And the miner also helps them dig through the hole. Okay, by the time all this time passes, like how much time would have passed? Does anyone know any idea how much time would have eclipsed that they have come to this place?
28 days.
One year. 1 year. They stay in this place. What is this place called?
Varanavata.
Yeah, Varanavrata. Okay, so that 1 year has passed, and see how patient the Pandavas are. They're waiting, okay, for the right time. Because if they expose, then how evil Duryodhana is, no one will understand, right? So he's waiting patiently. So one day comes where Kunti Maharani asks everyone to come to feast, in her house. All the Brahmanas, the Vaishyas, everyone will come. Along with them, okay, a woman comes. Okay, she is called a Nishadha woman. Nishadha. Did you hear this name? Nishadha. It's the tribal community, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the tribal community's name, right? The tribes who used to live there. This is the tribe of who? Ekalavya, right? We see Ekalavya comes from this tribe, right? So what happens? This one, this woman comes and she comes with 5 children, okay, for food. And then there's a rule that tribal men or women, when they come, they can't have fresh food, but they should have the remnants of the Brahmanas. Okay. So, and whatever is left of the kings or whoever is called. So there was some wine and some food and everything. And this woman, like in hunger, she didn't know what she was eating and she ate too much and she became intoxicated, right? Because she had the wine also. So she is lying in a corner. Now, Yudhishthir Maharaj wakes all the brothers up in the middle of the night and he says, now is the time. Okay, Purochana is sleeping. Let us let us light fire to the house and let us leave through the underground hole. Okay, the tunnel. So now what happens? The miner is the person who digs. Okay, he was said to stay a bit far because he has to cover the hole, right, once they leave. So what happens? Bhima goes, he goes room to room, lighting fire, okay, to all the rooms, especially to Purochana's room. And then what happens? You see over here, right, there's a tunnel, right, in this picture. And
Yes.
you see Bhima in the background lighting fire, to the pillars and everything, right? So what
Yes.
happens? They light fire and they all through this passage, they leave. Okay, and now you can see, right, the whole building. See, it's coming, it's falling off like grass. You see, right, in this picture.
Yes.
It is just like grass. All the hay is all falling on each other. And the tunnel is so long. Okay, they built the tunnel for few miles, not kilometers, miles. Okay, so what happens? Kunti Devi is weak. Okay, Nakula Sahadeva are young. Yudhishthir and Arjuna are also tired. Okay, so you know what it says in Mahabharata, that Bhima took his mother on the shoulders. Okay, and in both the hips he carried Nakula Sahadev, and with his arms he carried Yudhishthir and Arjuna. So he's full packed. Okay, and he's carrying all of them, and he's walking because the passage is very harsh, right? There are rocks and there are thorns and there are trees. So with his strong body he's able to dash everything and go. Okay, so in this picture you can see, right, he's holding Nakula Sahadev, and all of them
Yes.
are coming out of the hole, the tunnel. Okay, so all of this has happened. One second. Okay, we have time. So now what happens? They all they keep traveling. Okay, they enter into a dense forest, and Vidura receives a message that the Pandavas are safe. But the villagers start noticing that the palace is on fire, right? Because such a huge fire, right? It is pretty much noticeable for the whole entire place. So what they will do is they will go and they will bring water. They'll try to extinguish the fire, and over there they go. They see the remnants of Purochana, right? And they see a mother and few small kids. So because it was that tribal woman, right? They didn't know. They thought it was Kunti and the five Pandavas, right? They immediately become very angry on Duryodhana, and they sent a message to Hastinapur. Okay. Over here, what happens is Dhritarashtra, as soon as he hears this message, okay, he actually starts like feeling sad. Okay. He feels sad that they have died, and they have died without a proper a proper burial or a cremation, right? So he sends and he performs the last rituals for the Pandavas, and immediately he'll appoint Duryodhana as the king. Okay, immediately with no hesitation. Okay, because now what happens? Rightfully, who does the throne go to after Yudhishthir? Duryodhan. Okay, so now what happens? Kunti Devi is lamenting. Okay, she is like, see, I have such heroic sons. I am the wife of a king, right? I am the daughter-in-law of the Kuru dynasty, right? See what has happened to me. My sons are put in danger. I am put in danger. Okay, and she's lamenting. Abhima sees, his mother and his brothers, and he feels very sad. And they haven't eaten anything. Okay, because they are princesses, right? They were born in certain way, brought up in certain way. So what Bhima does is he'll be like, okay, you please stay here. I will go and I will fetch some fruits and water and come. Okay. So Bhima goes to a lakeside to fetch some water, and he wants to come back. And when he's coming back, he sees that the whole family is actually sleeping. They're very tired in the journey. Okay. So he, as a lovely, son, he will keep everything safe. Okay. And he will walk around them, guarding them. Right? Now, whose story do we see after this?
Krishna.
No. See the picture. See the picture. Who is this lady? Who is this?
Hidimba.
Ah, very good.
Ah.
Hidimba. Okay, now we see the story of Hidimba. Now, what happens is, as we know, there are two brothers and sisters, right? Hidimba and Hidimbi. Okay. So, what happens? Hidimba, okay, he's a Rakshasa, and he's a man eating Rakshasa. Okay. So, what this Hidimba does is like he orders his sister Hidimbi to go, okay, because he sees these, people sleeping here. Okay. He tells his sister to go and bring them, okay, to her. And then I think in the process what happens. Hidimbi goes there, okay, and she sees this very muscular, strong Bhima, okay. Rakshasi is very attracted, okay, to Bhima. And then she changes herself into a very beautiful woman, and she appears in front of him, and she tells, okay, that her brother had ordered her to bring all of them, as food. And Bhima will get very angry, okay. And Hidimbi, okay, She says, I will protect you. Don't worry. I will help you. I will take all of you. Now, Bhima feels insulted because he's such a great warrior, right? He doesn't want to accept a female Rakshashi's help. So, seeing all this, the brother, he sees all this and he comes down and he will scold his sister. Along with them, I will eat you also because of what you have done to me. Okay, now what happens? Bhima has a fight, right? And in the fight, we know, right? Bhima literally lifts this Hidimba Rakshas. See how he looks. You see, right, in this picture, the Pandavas, I think you can see they're sleeping over there, right? With Kunti Rani. And over here, Hidimbi is disguised as a beautiful woman. She's waiting. And he's, raising this Rakshasa and he's trying to smash him down to the ground. Okay. And with one smash, this demon dies. Okay. The sister is obviously sad. And Kunti Devi, everyone wakes up because of this, this noise. They wake up and they see and they understand the situation, right? And they see Hidimbi and they will be like, we cannot accept a Rakshasi, as a daughter-in-law, right? It is not possible. Hidimbi says, see, I only had one person in my life, that was my brother. But now even he is killed. Now you tell me as a woman, who will protect me in this forest? See, a Rakshasi is asking this question. Okay. But still, Kunti Devi, with lot of compassion, she'll be like, okay, but I have one condition. Okay, what is the condition? The condition is that you should return, okay, Bhima in the night, and you can keep him in the morning. Okay, the mornings you can spend with him, but in the nights you have to send him back to us. Now, Bhima, he's happy, he accepts, okay, all this, but he puts a condition. He'll be like, I will be with you till the time a son is born for us. Okay, so till that time, I will be with you. Saying they like this, both of them happily get married. Okay, and as per Kunti Devi's, Agnya, okay, she will be with, him in the morning, and then in the night, Bhima will return back. Okay, like this, few years would have passed, and she gives birth to whom? Whom does she give? The Ghatotkacha. Okay. The meaning of Ghatotkacha means one who's born bald. He doesn't have hair. Okay. That's why he's called Ghatotkacha. Okay. Ghatotkacha. Okay. And this demon is no ordinary demon. Okay. He is a special demon that was Indra's creation. Indra created himself for whom? Indra created Ghatotkacha in such a way for whom?
Bhima.
Mm-hmm. Bhima, son, okay. But for someone's reason, for Karna, to be an equal match for Karna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, okay, to protect whom? To protect his son Arjuna. Because Indra will know that Karna will come him for the Astra, right? We know, right? He goes to Indra for the Astra, right? And he wanted the Astra to be used on someone who is very strong because the Astra can literally end someone's life, right? So he wanted Ghatotkacha to be that person who that Astra will be taken by. But Ghatotkacha, he had very horrible looking, form and feature. You see right in the picture itself. But he was loved by the Pandavas. You see Kunti Devi over here, right? She used to feed Ghatotkacha, okay, treat him very nice. So before Ghatotkacha was about to leave with his mother, okay, like for good, because now they have a son, right? According to the promise, like Bhima will be leaving, right? Her. Hidimba. So both of them said, whenever you think of us, okay, whenever you call our name or whenever you want our help, we will appear. Both of them. Hidimba also said this. Hidimbi also said this. Even Ghatotkacha said this. Okay. So like this, what happens? They leave this forest that they were living in and they will start migrating to another forest, right? This another forest and the other forest, we will have a lot of stories. Especially, we will have a very special story next week about Draupadi. After this, they will all go to the Swayambar of a princess who is Draupadi. Okay, there we will see the story. Okay, further progressing. Yes, someone has raised their hands. Prahalad, Prahalad, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Mataji, can I show the altar of our temple, Mataji, in Madurai?
Madurai, I don't have pictures right now. Okay,
No,
we'll normally take.
I am in the Madurai temple. Can I
Oh
show
yeah,
now?
you can show us. You can show us the altar. Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
So sweet. Prahlad lives there and he's joined us new. So before he shows us the altar, can we quickly have some questions? Yeah, which story did we start with?
Honor taking
Revenge on Drupada Maharaj. Drupada Maharaj's son was Drishtadyumna, and what was the kingdom called? Panchala, very good. So after that, who was appointed as the heir to the Kuru dynasty? Yudhishthir, very good. Okay. And then who was very jealous of Yudhishthir? Four people. Duryodhan, Dhritarashtra, very good. Dhritarashtra consults one minister. What was the chief minister's name? Okay, Prahalad, do you want to show us the altar? Wow, all of you see. I'll just pin Prahalad's screen. Okay, so all of us can see. Can you all see?
Yes, Mataji.
Oh, very good. This is who? Krishna and
Radha. And
Balaram.
Balaram.
Krishna Balaram altar. Very beautiful altar. Prahalad, you have one altar only? You're muted. You're muted.
Mataji, here one altar is there, Mataji.
Oh, very good. You have Balaram Krishna altar. Very nice.
Krishna Balaram Mataji, and they kept the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Mahaprabhu, Mataji.
Oh, Haribol. I think Jaypatak Maharaj inaugurated, right? Very nice. Haribol. All of you take darshan. Thank you so much, Prahalad, for giving us such good darshan.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. So now we will continue. Okay, Arjuna got a name. What was that name?
Dhananjaya.
Very good. What does Dhananjaya mean?
Conqueror of wealth.
Conqueror of wealth. Okay, this also marks that, like, what future prediction is done with this name? That he will meet whom?
He will meet
Krishna. He will meet Krishna, right? He will meet the all-wealthy Krishna, right? So he is the wife, he is the husband of Mahalakshmi, and also he is all-wealthy, right? So after this, what happens? Duryodhana plots a scheme with whom? Three people. Who are the three people?
Shakuni, Karna, and Dushasan.
Very good. And Dhritarashtra's first chief minister who gives all the wrong advices. What is his name?
Panika.
Very good. Panika. Okay. Next, what happens? Duryodhana appoints someone to build this flammable building. Ah, very good. Okay, what happens in the fire? Who all dies in the fire when it is lit? The tribal wife, her 5 children,
and
Purochana die. Okay, very good. And then the whole Pandavas, where do they go to? They go to a forest. Very good. And who helps them all along?
Bhima.
And also a message like Vidura, right? He helps them, right? By giving what? First, he gives them a hint, a riddle, and then he sends whom? He sends someone, a miner, right? Miner to dig the hole. Okay, so Vidura always is helping the Pandavas. Okay, so like this we see, and who does Bhima encounter in the forest?
Hidimba.
Hidimba. Okay, Hidimba and Hidimbi he encounters, and then he marries Hidimbi and he begets Gatotkacha. Very good. And there was also one particular story we heard. Does anyone know what the story was? An example story we heard, right?
Yeah. Five. There was the jackal and the four friends.
Ah, very good. The jackal and its 4 friends. Tiger,
mouse,
Jackal.
wolf, mongoose.
mongoose, and wolf. Wolf. Okay, so 4 friends: tiger, mouse, wolf, and mongoose, right? And they are the friends of a jackal, right?
Mataji, it's jackal.
Jackal is the main. Jackal had 4 friends. The 4 friends were tiger, mouse,
Mongoose.
wolf, and mongoose. So jackal is the main villain. He had 4 good friends. Okay, so those are the 4 good friends. Okay, so we learned a very important lesson of what in that story?
Greediness.
Greediness.
Greediness does not bring godliness. Okay. So we shouldn't be like that. Okay. We should be good. Whatever the case is, sharing is caring. Right. This is what we always learned. We always have to share. If the Kauravas shared the kingdom with the Pandavas, they all would have had a very happy life, right?
Yes.
So this would have been even if they say that Dhritarashtra goes to Yudhishthira and asks, "Can Duryodhan become the king?" Yudhishthira would have happily given the kingdom. Okay, all they needed was just one or two kingdoms to rule. Okay, so always we have to share whatever it is in life. It is a good habit to compromise and share. Okay, and not be selfish and greedy. Okay, what happens? Last to the jackal, it dies actually
Yeah.
because eating such a big deer. Okay, how can it digest so much meat? Okay, so after some days it will die actually. Yeah. It is a small creature. Okay, and it can only take small amount. Right. Like a snake.
Sorry.
Like a snake, right? If a snake swallows a whole human being, its stomach will get blasted. It'll blast literally. The stomach will get torn. So, like, this is what I'm saying. Don't be too greedy. Anything too much will lead to danger. Yes, Naimisha.
Mataji, I have one story. So there was a mother goat and her 7 little kids. So when the mother goat was going out of the house, she warned her kids that if there's a big black wolf trying to eat you, also don't go out of the house. And one day the big black wolf comes. Then when the when one of the kids noticed that his toes are like hits with claws, right? And it's black in color. Then they understood that it is the uh, big black wolf. So he, so the one of the kids say that you are not our mother. Our mother has white skin and all. So he goes there and he literally puts a box of chalk into his mouth. Then his voice becomes like the mother goat. Then they all come in. Then they all open the door and let the big black wolf. Then he showed his real form. Then all got scared and all were hiding in somewhere. And all of them, except for the youngest one, he didn't find the youngest one. So he ate all the 6 kids, leaving the youngest one. So the mother goat came back and she was crying for her kids. Then the youngest one came and told her what happened. Then one day she went to that same day only. She went when he was sleeping that day. She went and cut open his stomach. Then took out all her kids. Then put a big stone in this one and stitched and put. And one day he woke up. He was trying to get some water. Then he fell into the well and died.
Yeah, this is a fictional story, right? Because, yeah, but see, the same thing, right? Anything too much is not good, right? And also, like, so in like that, we see, right? Sometimes we see too much food. We want to order so much and we want to eat so much, but then our stomach doesn't have the capacity to eat so much, right? It has very limited capacity. So we should always go, though our eyes are big, okay, we have to consider our position, right? So this is the lessons that we learn. Mahabharata is filled with lot of morals, lot of politics, but very good lessons that all of us can learn in life, right? Any doubts? No doubts? Nowadays, no one is asking me doubts. I think the story is easy, right? There's no much doubts.
Mataji, why didn't the Pandavas go directly back to Hastinapur?
Because they want the Kauravas to think they are dead, right?
Yeah.
Because they have a scheme, they have a plan, okay, to implement that plan, which we will know later, okay. They want to see how bad this Kauravas can get, and also they want to confirm if like the Rashtra makes Duryodhan the king or not, right? Immediately Duryodhan became the king, right? That is what they wanted. So now they actually, what happens is they go undercover as Brahmanas. They dress themselves like Brahmanas, okay, with matted hair and everything, and they will be roaming around the forest actually. So when they go for the Swayambar, which we will see next week, Arjuna will actually be dressed as a Brahmana. Yes, Om.
Mataji, why doesn't he go to Hastinapur after he leaves that wax house?
Yeah, that's what they want the Kauravas to think they are dead.
Oh.
They want to think the Kauravas, they are dead, so that they can see what they are planning, right? How
But one day they have to go, right?
they will go when the time comes, right? There's always a time that comes. According to Kunti Maharani's thing, we will see in the upcoming story, right? Why they will make this choice, okay, and why Vidura will ask them not to come for some time. They'll always listen to Vidura, right? So right now they are under disguise for some time, and when the right time goes, they will go. But even when they go again, they will have a problem. They will have that Vastra Dharan of Draupadi, and all this politics happen. So this is just them waiting to take Krishna to Hastinapur. So basically, Krishna should come. So for that, the story is taking place. Okay. For Krishna, Krishna should accompany Arjuna. Krishna should take the side of Pandavas. Only then Dharma will win. For that to happen, they had to disguise themselves. They had to show as if they were dead to the society, and they have to take this step. Yeah. Yes, Prahalad.
Mataji want to introduce me to everybody, Mataji.
Yes, Prahalad, you can introduce yourself to everyone. Yeah.
My name is Prahalad. I am studying 5th standard in Madurai. Balram Prabha has opened Jayaprabha Shikshalaya. I am studying in that school, Mataji.
Very good. You're a Krishna conscious student then.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, you're going to Gurukul technically.
Yes, Mataji. They are also teaching Mahabharata, Mataji.
Oh, very good. See, I'm not as good as the Prabhujis and Matajis over there. Okay. So I hope you like this story and you understand it. Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Very good. Be regular to the class every Sunday we have. Okay. And one more
Yes,
announcement I forgot. From next Saturday onwards, okay, from 11 to 12, okay, we will have Dham Yatra, which means visiting different dhams. Okay. So we will have a presentation. Okay. Example, next week is going to be about Udupi. Okay. And then it's going to be about Ayodhya and then Varanasi. So like this, we will do different dham, different yatra. All of the sessions are recorded if the kids are not available. Yes.
Mataji went to Udupi, Varanasi and Ayodhya.
Yeah, Hari bol. Wow. Very lucky, very fortunate, right? So we will have all this yatra virtual, like kind of a virtual tour. So whoever is interested can join. Whoever are not able to join, recordings will be provided in the same group. Kids Corner I will post. Okay. Soon we will start our YouTube channel, so you all can resubscribe and also watch it live there. Okay. If you're available, please join, all of you, 11 to 12 Saturday. Okay. Okay. With this, we'll end the session today. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णवृंद की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Mataji.
Thank you so much. We'll see you all next week. Arohi, Om, tell I missed Arohi. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prahalad, for joining. Hare Krishna, Vanshi. Thank you, Niranjan. Thank you, Archana Mataji. Thank you, Indira Mataji. Hare Krishna to everyone.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.